Hello everyone, this is Xander Turon, and I am back with Game 16 of the first Reddit Open Tournament. In this battle, on the blue team, we have Snomme with a Blue Dragons motorized deck. And on the red team, we have MagicalMarsupial with a Langit mechanized deck. Yep. This battle sounds like about as fun as it could possibly be. It's on Paddlefield though. I'm getting really tired of Paddyfield at this point. There's my trying to fast forward so hard I can't go any faster. Alright. Okay, Magic Marsupial is letting some flares down. Let's see. ATGM, tanks, recon infantry, normal infantry, good. So he's putting stuff into here, I guess. Okay, ATGM, okay. Leopard. What else do you have in Langit? Okay, I guess Denmark does get Centurions, but that's whatever. Oh hey, look, we're in battle. Okay, so let's start with Snomme. Let's see, you got Short Arrow, HMVs. That's probably line infantry in there. Sunjay Bunte, something like that. I can't remember his name. Buntai. Renzo 106. There we go. That's a proper fire support vehicle with its lovely 250 kilometer autonomy. Anyway, we got Cam 900. That's going to be Bobyong, Gongbamyong, whatever the South Korean recoilless rifle team is. We have Cam 132. That's the flamethrower vehicle. OH60 for recon. M107 mortar. Alright, so it looks like just a relatively light force going to Alpha. Just a Tansam though, which is, as we all know, is awesome. I love it. It's really it's not the best anti-helo piece in the game, but I think it's pretty good, especially because it's fire and forget. 5 HE means that against things like A10s and SU, like anything with playing with 2 armor, it's a bit lacking, but aside from that, it's pretty great. I do want to point out, since it's 5 HE, it takes 2 hits for it to knock out most helicopters. 6 HE missiles are good because they can knock out 6 HP helicopters in 1 hit. Just so you know. Looks like it's 2 command start. We got Hachi Ni Shiki CV. That's not one you see very often. Mostly because it's a 1 armor vehicle, so you just take a massive availability hit for really not that much more survivability compared to a Jeep CV. I guess it has twice as much HP, and I don't know, so it's 4 times as survivable? 8 times? I don't know how the math works. Still not that survivable. If it had 2 armor, 2 armor is good. But I'm getting sidetracked. UH-1H, command infantry. UH-60P, so that's going to be, judging by the veterancy, is going to be Tokyonsa, I think they're called. The South Korean elite recon infantry. Let's see, HMV, you got the PSAM in there, most likely. And that's going to be Shumet. Kuroko, that's going to be, I can't remember what the Japanese special forces are called. The elite infantry and their elite infantry. And it looks like, oh, okay, that's JSDF Rangers in there for recon infantry. More JSDF Rangers, more PSAM, Hachin Yonshiki, Nana Yonshiki G, there we go. Type 74, Model G. It's got a grenade launcher, which means it can actually get some work done at close range against infantry. And a Renzo. And more GMAT. So it looks like Snomme is definitely going pretty hard into the Gulf by the looks of it. As for MagicalMarsupial with Langit, Langit mechanized versus, I don't know which one's less meta. Then again, who cares about the meta? This is going to be fun. Anyway, M113G, that's probably whatever, I can't even remember what the... Either it's down-vetted shock infantry or it's up-vetted line. So it could be Dragoner or it could be... What is... I can't even remember what the Danish shock infantry is. Anyway, and we got Stinger C, or I think it's called like Hamlet or something. Or is Hamlet C? I think they call it, or Hamlet's the Red Eye. I can't remember. It's a man-pad. And you got Flak Panzer M42A1 from the vehicle tab for fire support. I guess they have crap autonomy and speed, so they're not great. And both players doing 2 command starts. Wait a minute. Either he hasn't moved that yet, or he's putting into Foxtrot, which I really hope he doesn't, because you want to get your +2 going. Anyway, let's see, we got Leopard 1A5, more Stingers. We got, that's probably, yeah, it's Jaeger, probably the 90 version. You got, alright, that's going to be Milan F2, or Milan 2. I think it's just, Germans just call it Milan 2, I do believe. And Leopard 2. If only it had medium optics. And anyway, got supply truck off the bat. Leopard 2, Milan 2, Lux for recon. Appears to be Panzer Grenadiera of some description. Oh, he's doing a 3 CV start for MagicalMarsupial. And more recon infantry. Oh wait, that's not... what is that? It's Danish. Oh, is it the Danish 5-man squad? Or do they have... I can't remember what the Danish have... I think the Danish do have a 5-man team. Anyway. Also, the only air defense that MagicalMarsupial is starting with is his Stingers. That's interesting. So yeah, there's +2. It's gonna get +1 going. Alright, so Tokyo started going all the way over there. I said this is a mechanized deck that MagicalMarsupial has, so it's gonna be pretty slow, so Snomme's definitely gonna have the initiative advantage just for position. And what is it? However that's pronounced. Oh. Yep, it's the 5-man team. The Spade no, fuck it, I don't know how it's pronounced. It's Danish. There's probably some choking sounds in there. Panzer Grenadier at 90 getting caught out. Yeah, Kute, that's what it is. Kute? Anyway, the Kiroko wheeled APCs are just laying into them with the grenade launchers. Oh. Looks like the Stinger shot down. Yeah, Stinger C shot down the OH-6D. Suzhou Buntais get shot out of their transports. Or no, they unloaded, they didn't get shot out of transports, but those flak panzers are just laying into them. Oh, Snomme has forgotten to unload his Sevian Hotel, and since MagicalMarsupial has a +3 advantage, that's going to tick up rapidly. He's also forgetting to unload these guys. He's got to unload that Chimat, otherwise they're just going to get wiped out by those leopards. Oh no. It's not looking good for Snomme. His attention is probably focused here in Bravo. Okay, there we go. However, they're gonna get spotted instantly by the because of the Spadjane there. Oh, Peace Pheasant 2 is coming out. Gets the Leopard 2. Oh. HMV's drawing Milan fire. Okay, so the infantry are on the deck, but they're just right outside of Hotel. Why didn't he drop him to the buildings? Snomme, what are you doing? I like Blue Dragons. Or, I like Blue Dragons in general. Oh, Chimat. Spotted. And it takes out the Leopard 2. Oh, another Leopard 1A5 coming out from Marsupial, who's now... No! Okay, so... Banbu, yeah. They're literally, like, right on the border. Wow. Anyway. Dragoner are getting forced back. Okay, he has upvetted Dragoner. That's what it is. What is this? Okay, that's what they called the Vixi Hwagiban. However that's pronounced. They got. Yeah, alright, Gong Baobyong is the. Okay, because if I recall correctly, South Korea and North Korea have two units that are very similar sounding. One, North Korea has the recoilless rifle guys, while South Korea has, I think it's their engineers with the flamethrowers or napalm launchers. I would like to point out that Snomme's recon aren't really in great spots. These guys are just kind of, just because of this forest, have very little vision in this direction. Oh, but he is moving up to Tokyo, so if he moves up to here, he can definitely spot these guys. Oh, and the Chumas are just laying into that Leopard 185. Oh, Peace Pheasant 2's evacing out of there. Oh, yeah, Tokyo start opening up. And Chuma's going to get the M113. And yeah, these guys just outrange him, but thanks to machine gun. Yeah, one team's... Yeah, so it's not looking good for those guys there. Unless MagicalMarsupial gets something out. Anyway. Snomme got his some more command infantry out for Alpha to neutralize MagicalMarsupial's +1. But MagicalMarsupial is now at 109 command points, which is a fair chunk. Oh, Panzer Morsier. I think that's what it is. HS-30 mortar carriers opening up on the Tukyansa. Not quite hitting though. And yeah, both what was it? Both Manpad teams are down. Milan F1's down to I can't speak. Milan 2's down to 1 man. And Spidder and they are pretty shot up. Oh, and Koiroku's out. Kyoroku. However that's pronounced. M107's also opening up. Okay, that's clever. He's firing into. He noticed they're falling back, so he's firing into the trees where they would be falling back to. Oh, Milan F2 is firing on the Kyoroku. I think he's gonna lose line of sight. Yep. Autocannon versus grenade launcher. I think Lux was winning. Oh, is Kyoroku gonna take a hit? And it goes down. Interesting to note that MagicalMarsupial did bring a FOB. They both did. I don't really think that either of these decks are particularly supply intensive, though. Could be mistaken, though. Snomme has to move up these Tokyansa, otherwise they're just going to be useless sitting in there. He's going to move them up to the edge. Oh, yep, there we go. Now he's moving them. And UH-1H is just going for a fly around. Okay, Yusa. Really not even the rocket one? That's odd. And cargo trucks coming up for the Chimat, presumably. And command infantry coming up for Bravo, so Snomme can start ticking at +1, which is probably pretty important to him right now because he doesn't want to be 112 points behind. Mortars coming down on that UH-1H. I guess he didn't get the memo that artillery is no longer effective against helicopters, and that's been like over a year now, I think, or about a year. Martyr 2s, there we go. Oh, and a Leopard 185. And Tukyansa looks like they're in a decent position to be spotting things. I could easily check. Maybe not. Or no, they're just a little bit too deep into that forest. Oh, here we go. None. The heat. Nani on Shikie. It's not actually that bad, just because it does have 10 AP power, so it can one-shot 1 armor vehicles. And Nani on Shikie E. Some people would say it's redundant to have the Nani on Shikie E and the G. Just because they are fairly similar in price and performance, but the Nani on Shikie G just has a little bit more armor and 1 more AP power. Not to mention a grenade launcher. So I guess there's also some personal preference in there as well. And KFE 90, which I love because it's great. It's just a fun recon unit. It's shooty. It's got a little bit of armor. You know, what's not to love? Actually, is there still Nani on Shikie G kicking around here I can look at? No, I think... Oh, here it is. So yeah, there you go. I'd say the biggest advantage is it doesn't have a machine gun to shoot at helicopters with. That looks like a fast mover. A starfighter. That's the napalm one, isn't it? Yep. That should be interesting. What's out over here? A Peace Pheasant 1 is gonna iron bomb the hell out of somebody. Oh. Yeah, could you imagine just swinging around and carpet bombing right down through here? That would be amusing. Oh, looks like he's just going to go straight on. Those Flak Panthers are doing a little bit for fire support, but not a lot, and now they're about to get bombed to hell, but you got... Oh, that guy took some ground fire, and... Oh, got shot down by a Hawk. It's the radar, EOTS, iHawk. Not the... Oh, wait, no, that's the non-radar one. Yeah, because EOTS, Electro-Optical Targeting System. I don't really think that piece hasn't got a lot. The Starfighter is napalming. It doesn't have automatic evac Winchester. Shredder is laying into it, and... misses. That's pretty lucky for that Starfighter. It's 0 ECM, I do believe. So these guys are just going to be disrupted by that napalm. Well, that Renzo would be probably more useful over here, providing some fire support. Oh, Nani on Shiki A is laying into these guys. They have very little armor. And also the thing to know is that the Nani on Shiki A's, or Nani on Shikis, do have an autoloader. I think how it works is the first few shots are fire pretty quickly, like 3 or 4 shots, something like that. And then after that, it takes them a bit of time to reload. Or the shots just after that are just at regular rate of fire, something like that. I can't remember all the specifics. Anyways, yeah, the Flak Panzers and Martyr 2 are definitely providing good fire support. Ooh, and the Keeler's out, but that's pretty hurt. Oh, there was a flamethrower going. I think it got blown up, though, and it's just lighting everything up. Everything's on fire. These guys are panicked. That's hilarious. Sunny on Shiki E is out. And it's not nearly as tough as the KPZ-70, KPZ-70, but it's a lot shootier. Oh, did the Renzo get a hit into it? Yes, it did. Oh, that's hilarious. And UH-1H is just hanging out there. Alright, looks like MagicalMarsupial is bringing out a command for Bravo. Or maybe he's going to try and put him into golf, which would be a terrible idea. I guess in fact he has no control over golf whatsoever. You never know, though. Yeah, because it's very important that Snomme keeps that 1+1 ticking otherwise, because, you know, he has half as many command points as MagicalMarsupial. Oh, Luke's is getting a bit cheeky. He's taking fire from the G and the Chumat. Chumats are lovely. They're just like Spike MRs. Oh, but that cheeky G is taking fire from the Milan and the Leopard. Gets hit on the Leopard by... Milan misses, and the Leopard misses too. That hits an on the move. Leopard stationary with 65% accuracy versus Nani on Shiki G on the move with 55%. Who'd have thunk it? That's what's fun with tanks with good, 50% plus stabilizers, especially if you have veterancy on them. They just hit targets on the move. Of course, the ultimate extension of that, or example, would be, the Leclerc with its perfect stabs, 70% on the move and stationary, which just lulls you at times. Just reverse away from the enemy and just, no, you can't get me. Anyway, more Kuroku, but MagicalMarsupial is bringing in a lot of infantry. That's a lot of just basic infantry. They're only armed with M72 laws, but hey, if you throw enough shit at the wall, eventually some of it's gonna stick, right? Okay, Tokyo and Star are moving up a bit more aggressively. He has the machine gun turned off so they don't give themselves away shooting at enemy stuff. Oh, but they're spotted. And from both sides. And the Nani Shiki G's only at half health. It's not going to go well for him, though. Yeah. And it only has poor optics, so it can't see dick. That's all it can see. They have a lovely view about 5 feet in front of their tank, and that's about it. Oh, okay, Shiki G's gonna get shot up at close range. It's gonna go down probably. Yeah, 1 shot. Oh, but the Chumat do have line of sight on the Leopard 185. Do they keep it, though? That's gonna be a side shot if it hits. No, it looks like it caught him in the front. Weapons jammed. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, I have a feeling that MagicalMarsupial is gonna have a hard time getting into Bravo at the moment. Because Snomme is just turning this a nice little shooting gallery from the cross, but 2 4 stacks of Dragon are not something to be ignored, but I don't know how effective they really be. Oh. Was that his command that he called out? is... Okay, no, it's just a KFE-90, because I... Yeah, because he called it a Hachinishiki at some point. I'm like, wait, did he just send it across? No, it's just a KFE-90. Don't mind me, I'm crazy. Anyway, that K263 is just going to provide some air defense. And yeah, MagicalMarsupial might want to try consider getting something in there. Because, yeah, the Spadina, they're going to be spawning stuff in there. 2 Rensos and a non-Ion Shaky each, fair enough. He's also firing some harassing fire into there. And these guys are pretty shot up, so they're going to be pretty fragile. They're not really there. They're not... The 5-man recon teams aren't there to fight, they're there to spot. You know, it's a cheap pair of very good optics, is really what it is. That's hard to spot. And oh, these guys are getting resupplied and repaired. Something caught in my throat, so I'm having a hard time speaking at the moment. Or at least, no, speaking without sounding like an idiot. Well, speaking without sounding like an idiot, more so than usual. Need to clarify these statements of mine. And where is he putting 2 commands into Bravo? What? Okay, alright. They're both going to be right next to each other, so it's not like you're going to save yourself from being CV sniped or anything. And let's see, Keeler, Leopard 2, Leopard 185. Yeah, Leopard 2s are going to here, but these guys looks like they're going to be trying to play a move in Golf and Foxtrot. Ooh, and a Scout Leopard 1A1. And KFE 90s. Lots of them. Because you can never have enough KFE 90s. Honestly, I think that Blue Dragons has a pretty good recon tab. Maybe not necessarily the greatest recon tab ever, but it's pretty damn solid. You know, you have 2 good fighting recon options in the form of the KFE 90 and the Hacha Nanashiki, or whatever, the real Japanese one. Oh, Flak Panzers doing their thing. Yep, those Sushui Buntai 90 are having a bad time. So I'm surprised he's relying on those and not the, Oh, I see what Snomme did. He put this Hachinishiki CV into Bravo, and is moving his infantry CV into Golf. Clever girl. Even though I don't know if you're a girl or a boy. I just wanted to quote Jurassic Park. Oh, Starfighter's out. And there's no long-range AA, because I don't actually think Blue Dragons has any wheeled long-range AA. Oh, Tansum gets 1 hit. Does he get lucky? Nope. Yeah, these guys are all going to be panicked and stunned. This is not looking good for him. Once again, MagicalMarsupial has to contend with, crossing open ground. And sure, this guy's are all stunned, but Snomme has a lot of fire support, and he's taking it +1 consistently for the past little while. He's at 141 points. MagicalMarsupial's only at 114. And not to mention the fact that Snomme's about to get a +2 going once he moves his command infantry in. Oh, and a ninja coming out. Yeah, that's one another thing. It's a nice little recon helicopter. It's only 4 missiles though, and it's kind of expensive just because it's exceptional optics combined with good stealth. That's you're paying for that. And the Type 91's also not bad. It's like a Stinger C, but with 1 more range tick or increment. Well, 6 HP too. Yeah. So basically, against, like, say, a Red 4, like Red 4 escort helicopters, they're all 8 or 6 HP. Some of them have 10 if they're a Hind. But the thing is, they have I think most, if not all of them have, with the exception of the TY-90, they all have 4 HE missiles, which means they can't one-shot the OH-1, which means that they're basically on equal footing with it. They'll both 2-shot each other. And the Type 91 has the advantage of being more accurate than most of the anti-air missiles mounted on Red 4 helicopters. Or most, let's be honest, against most helicopters in general that have AA missiles, most of them only have like 60% accuracy at most. Anyway, these Dragoon are just getting put through the ringer by all this fire support. Got lots of mortars firing on both sides. They made it in, but they're just walking across the open. They're just getting obliterated, especially once they get into the trees. They're just going to get massacred by all this infantry and vehicles. And Mon F2 is trying to shoot down the road, but the line of sight down that way is really dodgy. Oh, more Tokyonsa coming out. Nothing to stop him. Oh, hey, base Gepard. And anyway, Snomme is now ticking at +2 to get his Bonbu into golf. And, oh, these guys are supported by the Tokyonsa and just get obliterated. So that's +2 for Snomme. That now means 191 conquest points. And MagicalMarsupial is just wasting points, throwing all this infantry into the grinder. Oh, number 185's picking up. Yep, those guys are gone. That Chumat's going to have words with those tanks. Kind of like that. It's not enough to one-shot a Leopard 185 from the front, because they have 10 frontal armor, I do believe. But they'll two-shot him. Or they'll one-shot him from the side. And Panzerflare is getting a bit cheeky over there. Renso's all go down. Nonyon Cheeky G is giving them the good news. Oh, took a big hit from that Keeler, though. And the Chumat doesn't have line of sight. Yeah, and the Keeler also has the advantage of... Wait, zoomed in too close, so everything's shaking. Oh, Flak Panzer going at it again. Oh, KF-16C is out, and the Starfighter is down. But the Chumat and PSM are getting scattered by the... Yeah, they go down to the Keeler. Oh, 2 MOUs. Oh, was that a KF-16C? No, it was a Peace Pheasant. I think it's the Peace Pheasant 1? I know all the missiles are gone from the model. Well, it's dangerous to any tanks and airplanes if you have both of them out. Anyway. So under fire, Snow managed to push some Suju Buntai into the forest next to Charlie, but they're getting pretty chewed up on the way in. However, once they get past the Keeler and the Flak Panzer, there's really not a lot between them and that CV. And although I have like supply trucks, there's an AA piece there, the EOTS Hawk. Shoot a couple mortars, yeah. However, yeah, the Keeler just laying into that auto cannon, and they're just not engaging it. Ooh. Oh, they get the Keeler. And are they going to get the Flak Panzer before it gets stunning on them? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. Alright, so looks like MagicalMarsupial is going to hold on to Charlie for a little bit longer. And HMVs are just absorbing Milan fire. They're just going to fast move down. They're just probably going to just shoot up, just do a drive-by on that man-pad team. Don't even have a 50 on them. It's just a Type 62 Shiki. Wait, that is literally the most redundant thing I said. The Type 62 type. Because Shiki basically means type. Or model, however you want to... Basically, that's however you want to say it. But yeah. That's a hoot. Congratulations, Milan. You got 2 empty transports. Because that's literally the only thing Milans are allowed to hit is empty, 10 and 5 point transports. Okay, looks like another Chumat team's coming out for golf. Which is good, because this is a good spot to have a man pad in, just because it gives you so much control over the surrounding area. And Milan 2 is out, and the KFV-90 is poking forward. Oh. And MagicalMarsupial has surrendered. Alright, so Snomme was victorious with 295 conquest points to 114. While Snow, or I can say this properly, Snow had 1,635 kills. MagicalMarsupial came in at 1,585. So kills were fairly close, but I say what really helped was both of them went. I know MagicalMarsupial put most of his points, into, or a lot of his points into, Bravo, and he just failed to achieve anything there. He just kind of stopped there. Not to mention, you know, he spent what, 300, over 300 points on CVs, which means, you know, about a third of his points, you know, media, you know, those weren't on the front. An FOB, which is, you know, so probably almost, you know, like 40% of his points were not in combat units. And yeah, that just meant that, yeah, sure, a lot of his forces were in Bravo, but he just didn't have enough elsewhere to make up for it, so he just failed to achieve anything. He basically gave golf to Snomme. And Snomme, I know, looks like he's a bit forgetful with his CVs. I don't know, he forgot to unload them, so he got it. So Snomme was at a fairly significant point disadvantage for much of the game, but after that, he recovered pretty quickly from that, you know. Sure, he didn't have the points, but he had the ground, which allowed him to, you know, gave him a lot of breathing room to call out CVs. And, you know, get the points ticking up for him. Like MagicalMarsupial, you know, he failed. He got kicked out of Bravo immediately. He failed to get in there. Snomme held the ground. MagicalMarsupial had barely any presence in golf, so he basically gave that up. It's just a very confused opening from him. Because, yeah, it looked like at first that a lot of Snomme's forces were going into golf, but it actually turned out he sent most of them into Bravo. And so, and basically what that meant was, you know, both players sent most of their forces into Bravo, but most of Snomme's forces is a lot more than most of MagicalMarsupial's forces, just because MagicalMarsupial spent so much on CVs, like I said before. Aside from that, also MagicalMarsupial had 2 MLUs. Why? Why would you have 2 MLUs? Sure, they have AMRAMs, but if you need AMRAMs, you can buy something like an F4F KWS. But even then, isn't land good, especially in a 1v1, you're better off going with a F16A Block 15, whatever. Not F16A Block 15, whatever. You know, the 120 point ASF. You know, it's only really good at a 1v1, or I mean, in a one-on-one fight against another plane, but it pretty reliably wrecks almost every other plane in the game, just because it comes in at elite. You know, it just takes them to town. And it's also less expensive than an F-16 MLU. I'm sorry, my voice is going in this video apparently. I've talked too much today. Let me see. Where is Denmark? Denmark. There we go. Yeah, there you go. I said, if you need to deal with planes, F-16A Block 15 is one of the best one-on-one ASFs in the game. It's just one of the best. If you said the MLU, I'm not going to say it's a bad plane. It's good at taking care of medium armor, and also, you know, 4 AMRAMs, it can defend itself pretty well, especially if you upfed them. And not to mention 40% ECM is always nice, but it's just, I don't know why he had 2 of them. Like, that's just a lot of poor spending and forced allocation on Marsupial's part. Anyway, I'm just going to keep rambling on, and my voice is just getting really hoarse. I'm sure you guys are tired of listening to me talking at this point. Yeah. I'm Xander Turon, and this was Game 16 of the first Reddit Open Tournament. I can't remember what video I'm doing. Don't mind me. Anyway, you guys have a lovely day.